questions, a lot of the questions, you have very different views. And so now the way that I see this, which kind of we did with the Fifth Ward planning, now they take back all the questions, and the next time that we come together and meet, I'm thinking that will be in a couple of weeks, because you have to give them time to go back and process it, see what things need to be incorporated that may have been missed, come back with answers to the questions, and the next meeting focuses more around answering the questions, not, you don't have to start from scratch as we did tonight. We can spend more time getting with answers on detailed questions, and there may be some changes that you see made from some of the input that you made tonight, and start to get in a more detailed, down to more detailed level project plan. I do want to remind us that from some people I've heard, well, you know, we need to start and sit down and how did you come up with this, and we need to be able to have more say about what we want to see. And then some people say, well, I need to see more, and when will you get it done? But I want you to keep in mind that in the Fifth Ward, we went through many planning processes, not just the Fifth Ward plan. Most of the neighborhood groups have done planning over the years. Most of what is being talked about is what most successful and thriving neighborhoods have. You have jobs, you have places you can shop without traveling a long way, you have nice, decent housing for some of everyone, so people don't have to keep leaving our city, and on and on. And so we have said that, I've heard that for 12 years. When are you going to get me a grocery store? When are you going to get me a place to go to the bakery? When are you going to get this? When are you going to get that? So a lot of the things that you have told me over the years, I've heard, and we have the challenge now of trying to continue to bring development, but trying to make sure it's done in a way that it will have a positive impact on the community, and we will get to participate, and we will get to benefit our kids and grandkids, and we don't have to continue to move from North St. Louis. We have many issues in North St. Louis, and all the categories you go to when it comes to health, education, unemployment, it comes to jobs, it comes to health care. I say health, but I mean in ways of having access to the health care outside of our health conditions. All the greatest disparities exist in North St. Louis. All the research studies show that. And so we know we need development, but we also have a lot of other issues that need to be addressed that I see in the concepts. So what I want us to continue to do is to think about what it is in here that can work, that we think can benefit us, and get down to the level of detail of creating those partnerships and getting those commitments of working with our nonprofits and our residents so that we can have an environment that's safe and clean. And all the things that President Obama is talking about, a lot of that is what you've seen here. And I don't think when Mr. McKee started buying property 5 years ago that all of this is maybe what he had in mind. Because this is, a lot of things have changed. New things have come about. And right now, there is stimulus money for a lot of this stuff, talking about green alleys and green streets and cleaning up the areas. And when they talk about, one of the things I think, I don't know if I heard, some people asked about the TIF. Most of what they're talking about with a TIF is to do the infrastructure. So that is doing your new sewers, your new systems to do clean energy. That is not that a bunch of buildings are going to pop up. First, you have to clean up the systems in order to be able to bring in the new development and attract companies and attract houses. And no, there's never a guarantee. But I know one thing, if we can't try to make our areas look better, if we're not trying, we definitely will be failing. And so I'm always trying to get development as much as I can find people willing to invest. And so even though as many people that have done many things to me, many times I've been attacked in meetings, I always try to keep it professional about the business of the ward. So I'm here with the challenge to get your things that you need and to deal with a developer who has the property and owns the property to come with something that will benefit us. And so hopefully you will be in that same spirit and you will come back, and at the next meeting, like I said, the way I see it is we will get the answers to all the questions, and some of them are repeat, as you heard, are the same questions. And so there's a lot of major issues that are the same, where they can come back and go through that. And I know many, especially the urban planner, Mark Johnson, has been through these type engagement processes many times. And so that will be our next step. And please make sure that you put your phone number and your address and your email, because there's not a date yet, but we will once again have to get together with all of these people's schedules as well as ours to come up with a date that works for everybody and for a location. But we will call and we will mail. And I know that calls were made. We did a mailing. I'm sad to say, I knew my mail service in my area was slow, but I didn't know it was this slow, because it got mailed out Saturday. Some people got theirs Monday. I still haven't gotten mine. So I know that some other people didn't get theirs. So if you sign in and you tell your neighbors, and then we can be sure to get the word out to as many people as we can. So please continue to come as you've been committed in the past. Yes, planners have come, but yes, we've had $1 billion worth of development since I've been in office in the 5th Ward. So it's not like our efforts went without any success, but we've been ignored for a long time. And when people talk about resources, this city has taken resources for years and concentrated on building up the Central West End. And they took resources and concentrated on building different neighborhoods in South St. Louis, while North St. Louis was continually left behind. And so make sure that we don't get hung up on, well, we might need tax credits. Yeah, and other people have been getting them all along, and look at their areas. So yeah, we do. I don't have a problem with giving incentives, but it's got to be a good development. And so that's where I would like, hopefully we can get to thinking. And yes, maintaining and managing those properties are a must. And you, as you heard tonight, a commitment to do that. And so you know we will continue to say that if that does not happen. And so we understand that, for me, I think it's about building relationships. Mr. McKee needed to come so you can see him, you can get to see what he's about, and nobody's saying, hey, you have to trust him tonight. It's about building a relationship. I believe if he continues to come, show us what he's about, and listen to us, we'll be able to get something done that we all can live with. So I appreciate you again, and just asking you to stay committed, and most of you all know how to contact me. And if you send me anything or just call me, like I said, we'll continue to stay in touch, and I'll try to get answers. But like I said, I think that we'll get the best results from trying to get people out, and then have, some of us have the same issues, get them all answered in a setting like this. So I'm gonna turn it over now to Alderwoman Davis, and I thank you for sticking with us.